pointing. We put people forward on a special table, and I'm going to use a massage device that we give to patients on their second visit. It's an acrylic massager, and I'm going to get up in her neck and rub the muscles and get her ready for her adjustment. Chiropractors adjust the spine. If someone uses the word manipulation, I say run. Usually, that's not what you want. If you're hurting, if you have serious problems, you want to get it adjusted properly by a doctor of chiropractic.
Feels good.
Use a handheld instrument to adjust Molly's spine. Is this or this tender when I touch here or here?
A little bit on the right side.
On the right side. And I'm getting in over the sacroiliac joint. We have joints in our pelvis, and the sacroiliac joint is a big joint in the pelvis. Most people endure lower back pain, and it comes from a sedentary lifestyle primarily. Here we go. And we'll get that sacroiliac joint working and moving, and I'm going to feel with my fingers and make sure there's no knots in the muscles in and around her hip. And she's got a knot right there in her hip, and she could feel it, right, Molly? Mm-hmm. Right in here, and it's a little tender right here and right here. We'll do some soft tissue work because the instrument not only moves bones, and that's proven through research, but it can also work and help the trigger points around the articulation. So this is the hip joint, obviously, that I'm working on. And I'm feeling with my hands, and I'm feeling knots, and I'm working out the knots in her hip and then around her hip. How's this in the middle when I dig in the middle?
It's a little tender.
That's the L5, S1 junction. There's a disc there, and I'm opening up the disc, and I'm getting some movement there too, because sitting around breaks the spine down. It increases discal pressure. And I'm going to feel with my hands and gently align the bones that hold us up, that let Molly stand. And I'm checking her hips. I'm making sure her legs move in and out easily. And I'm checking the left hip now, obviously. And there's a little limitation when I externally rotate her left hip. So I'm going to work on the muscles in front of her hip to allow for more movement. And then I'm going to check again. And I'm going to do a leg length analysis. Molly, bring her head in the center. And her feet are fairly even from left to right. Turn your face to the right. Once she turns it to the right, you could see that right leg shorten slightly. And it shouldn't do that. Normally, it shouldn't do that.
Oh, really?
Head in the center. So that means mid-back involvement. Lift your head up, please. Relax. Once she lifts her head up, that right leg comes up just a little bit, which indicates she has involvement of her neck as well. Tuck your chin toward your chest and relax. Tuck your chin in and hold it in. And you can see that right leg just get just a slight bit shorter when she tucks her chin in and holds it in. And relax now. And I'm going to work on her neck bones or vertebrae. I'm going to feel her neck and make sure that it's moving easily from left to right. There's a little limitation when I flex her neck to the right. Right lateral flexion is limited. Left lateral flexion, it moves easily, and you could see that. But to the right, when I try to move, and you could feel it, right, Molly? Mm-hmm. You could feel it. To the left, it moves well, but to the right, how does that feel?
It hurts.
It hurts, and it's restricted. It's limited, right? So we better get in and do a proper adjustment. And I'm using the instrument to realign and rehabilitate her spine and mobilize it, and that moves a lot better. Yeah. Just after the adjustment, you could feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel nearly as stiff, does it?
Nope.
Here we go. But I'm going to work her neck because we're all at computers. Are you at a computer terminal during your day?
Yeah, for a lot of it.
Alrighty. And I'm going to work her neck too, and I'm just going to work right through the hoodie because she's nice and lean. And I could do that. How's that feel?
Feels all right. A little tender.
All right. There we go. And I'm going to work up here as well because her atlas is out of alignment. Her atlas is located right here, and I'm going to make an adjustment right here over the atlas because that helps with headaches, focus, concentration, irritability, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision. And she'll sleep better at night if her atlas is in good alignment. And I'm going to work on these muscles too. Does that hurt?
A little bit.
A little bit, right?
Not bad.
A little tender, right? Here we go. And I'm going to work on the muscles that support the head. And the head weighs about 10 pounds. And it sits on a delicate kind of bone of 7 vertebrae. And those muscles have to hold it up. And so there's some tension there characteristically, particularly if we're under stress or we're working long periods of time flexing our necks forward at a computer terminal. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that accounts for some of the distortion in your neck. Here we go. Now feeling with my hands the vertebrae or the backbones. And if there's inflammation, I could feel it with my hands. You could feel it there too, no doubt, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going ahead and moving those vertebrae and making them move properly because we live an unnatural lifestyle. Adapting to technology in particular is hard on the spine. Here we go. And I'm feeling with my hands, and I'm noting areas where she's inflamed and tender, and I'm creating movement deep in the joints that the body can use to repair itself, to heal itself. Most of us are out of alignment, and it impacts the delicate and sensitive nerves and how our bodies work. With proper adjustments, energy moves from the brain through the spine to the living cell and completes us. Is there anything else you'd like examined in particular today?
I don't think so.
How's your jaw joint doing?
Actually it does hurt on the right side.
Let's do a
Kind
test
of
for the
often.
jaw. Let's show the audience a test for the jaw. I'm going to have you clench your teeth and then open it up, open your mouth wide, and then shift to the right and then shift to the left. And we'll see what your legs do. Okay, we'll do an analysis of the jaw joint, the T.M.J or the T.M.D joint. Head in the middle. And we'll do that analysis right now. In fact, let your legs go all the way. And she's nice and even now. And go ahead, lift your head. Let's just check her neck again. And that's more even. Tuck your chin in and hold it in. So she's adjusted very well so far. Turn your face to the right. But let's put some stress into the T.M.J joint. Head in the center. And Molly, clench your teeth. Let's see what happens then. Clench your teeth. That looks pretty, so no problem there. Open your mouth wide. And that looks good. Swing your jaw to the right as you open it. Just swing it to the right as you open it. And when she does that, that right leg shortens, and it shouldn't do that. Swing it to the left as you open it. I just wanted to show the audience that that's even. Swing it to the right as you open it, and swing it to the right. You can see there's a slight shortening of that right foot. So we've got to line up her jaw joint. And I'll do that with the instrument. Turn your face to the right. Open your mouth, open, right in there. And I'm making an adjustment. I wanted you to see this. It's sensitive. That hurts, right? I'm sorry. Head back
okay.
in the middle. And let's do that same leg test again. Open your mouth and swing your jaw to the right. And if you look, I'm pressing here on the right side, and that's dead on even. So she'll get good results with that. That's an adjustment to the jaw joint, temporal mandibular joint. Share if you care, like, subscribe, click the notify bell, and I'll be back with something powerful and positive for you and yours.